Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We have the C8 Corvette E-Ray in all of its glory and all of the information available to us today. So let's go over all the facts and details and find out why this is the best Corvette, in my opinion, ever made. And that is a bold statement, but when you go over the facts with me in today's video, you're going to see why this car is very unique, very capable, and very form-fitted to be the best overall Corvette to date. As suspected, General Motors did fly in bigger YouTubers and reviewers to get hands-on with the car, so definitely go check out the Straight Pipes and Joe Rady and some of the other more media branded outlets that were able to get hands-on with the car. Unfortunately, being a small channel, I don't really even know how to sign up for that experience, or more than likely I'm not eligible. So today we're going to go over the stock footage with all these stock images and make this video a reference point for all the facts about the C8 Corvette E-Ray that are being released today. And I'd like to dive right into the content, so real quick, just hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment down below so you can follow the E-Ray release from now all the way until the start of the 2024 model year. And all the bigger media outlets go away from now until delivery time, but I will provide consistent updates from everything from now till then for all the subscribers of the channel, so if you appreciate that, definitely support the channel. So the 2024 Corvette E-Ray is going to be coming out as a 2024 model year. It's the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette E-Ray. It uses advanced electrified propulsion that's coupled with a 6.2-liter LT2 Small Block V-8, which gives you all-season performance and composure with an incredible 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds. Let that sink in, because 2.5 seconds is the fastest Corvette to date, which makes sense with all the electrical components that we're about to get into in a little bit. Thankfully, this car will be available in both a coupe and HTC form, which is the hardtop convertible, and the E-all-wheel drive is a separate front electronic component. The front axle is going to be powered with the electric components, and then we have the LT2 powering the rear end like the Stingray. So quickest production Corvette in history with a 2.5 second 0 to 60 and a quarter-mile time of 10.5 seconds, which again, this is a very fast car. The 495 horsepower V8 is going to get complemented with an electric motor that produces an additional 160 horsepower and 125 foot-pounds of torque from a 1.9 kilowatt battery pack, which is located between the seats. I actually haven't seen any of the other videos cover this, but yes, the battery pack is going to be located between the seats so you don't lose storage capacity in the front. Put those two together, in total the E-Ray is making 655 horsepower, which is an insane number because that is only 15 away from the C8 Z06, but you are going to get the instant torque and the all-wheel drive traction of the E-Ray that's going to make it a quicker off-the-launch experience than the C8 Z06. And the reason they call this E-all-wheel drive is it's not a traditional all-wheel drive system. It's called an intelligent all-wheel drive system, which consists of the car adjusting the front and rear power application independent to one another, but synchronized based on the driving conditions to enhance vehicle stability. That's how General Motors is wordsmithing the drivetrain for this car. The big rumor that is dispelled that this is not a plug-in charging hybrid. The battery is charged via regenerative energy from coasting and braking as well as normal driving, so it's effectively a conventional hybrid that doesn't require the car to be plugged in. This is huge in my opinion, because I think this was the make it or break it factor for me not having a garage. Where would I park the E-Ray, knowing now that this is not a plug-in hybrid and it can be parked anywhere and doesn't need to be charged? I think this makes this car a lot more appealing. Additional features and technology for the E-Ray include stealth mode, which is an electric drive mode for the street up to 45 miles per hour if you accelerate very heavy, or if you run out of electric charge, then the stealth mode will deactivate and the motor will come on. Next up, we have a new lightweight lithium-ion 12-volt battery that supports the LT2 V8. So they don't use the term Ultium, which is their EV platform, but it's a lithium-ion battery and a 1.9 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Standard with this price tag, and we'll cover the price in just a second here, is the Brembo ceramic brake system, as well as standard is magnetic ride control with 3 distinct suspension settings, and I think that's because they want all the sensing technology of magnetic ride to be able to help adjust the power distribution and synchronization between the front end and the rear end based on what the car is doing at the time. You also get staggered 20 and 21 inch wheels with the Pilot Sport all-season tires, and you can get the 4S summer tires with a performance package, which details will be available at a later date on the performance package. This car is 3.6 inches wider than the Stingray, which again, it shares the body of the C8 Z06, and this has a great sound experience where the electric front motor works in harmony with the LT2 engine to create what more than likely is a Stingray sound with some added benefits. And the big thing to confirm here is that the ERay will introduce to the C8 Corvette driver assistance technology, which will be shared with all 2024 Corvette models. So that means that the Z06 in 2024 and the Stingray in 2024 will also be getting the driver assistance technologies, which is confirmed. And I don't think anyone has called that out yet, but you are going to get lane keep assist, lane departure warning, forward collision alert, and automatic emergency braking, which I think is really cool and honestly makes this car a lot more enjoyable, just to have that peace of mind. In terms of the electronic propulsion system, the 2024 E-Ray is going to have exhilarating acceleration, as well as the all-wheel drive aspect with the front end having EV powers is going to help it power out of corners effortlessly and complete passing maneuvers with relative ease, and I think that's because the instant available torque of the electric components is at play here. Another interesting note to detail here is that the E-Ray will have standard active fuel management system where the electric motor is going to extend 4-cylinder operation. So when the Stingray, when it drops to 4-cylinder mode, expect longer durations of 4-cylinder mode because the electronic battery will be able to support the 4-cylinder mode with enough supporting power to extend how long you're in 4-cylinder mode. So expect better MPGs along with the added performance. We do have confirmation that the E-Ray is going to get 6 drive modes. You have the standard Tour, Sport, My Mode, Z Mode, and Track, but there will now be a weather mode, as well as drivers can select the Charge Plus feature, which will maximize battery charging during normal driving within those modes. And inside the E-Ray Performance app section of the infotainment system, you're getting 3 additional layouts. You're going to get gauges that display the electric motor and V8 power output, as well as dynos, like real actual live dynos that show the power and torque in real time, which is really cool because the TRX has this, and it's actually really helpful to see where your power bands are falling in the various modes, because as many of you may know, the EV component can be producing different levels of power based on charge, so to be able to see the actual real-time dyno is going to be cool. And then additional display layouts include data that show electronical system performance and efficiency, stuff that's pretty standard in conventional hybrid vehicles. So the E-Ray does have an electric motor over the front axle. It's compact, preserving space in the front storage compartment, and the battery pack, as mentioned, is between the driver and passenger because there is no drive shaft connecting the front axle to the rear axle, which is why this is an E all-wheel drive. And like I said, I'm going to go over all the information in this video, so this will be a little bit lengthy, but the next thing up is the stealth mode and tracking the E-Ray. The Corvette E-Ray has 2 driver-initiated electronic modes that allow the car to travel under electronic propulsion. The electric motor also optimizes track performance. Stealth mode is an all-electric driving mode that when selected for a period of time, the engine will run in effectively an EV mode with a maximum speed of 45 miles per hour. So if you're trying to get out of a residential neighborhood, be stealthy, whatever the case may be, you have a full EV only mode, and the engine engages only when additional torque is requested by the driver or the E-Ray battery pack is depleted. When it comes to leveraging this for track purposes, the E-Ray's all-wheel drive system applies the torque to the front axle as needed, and the Charge Plus feature will maximize battery state of charge for extended lapping. So this is all stuff that we're going to find out as this vehicle hits the market on how the track times for this car run, because I think there's going to be more variation than the Z06 and the Stingray, because the EV components do add a little bit of inconsistency in terms of what they provide per performance over repeated, say, lap runs or track times. And in terms of design, there are 14 exterior color choices. We've covered that in previous videos, with the 2024 getting Riptide Blue, Seawolf Gray, and the Cacti Green colors. The E-Ray is going to have a body length stripe available in electric blue, which is exclusive to the E-Ray, as well as standard carbon flash badging, available black exhaust tips. We are going to have carbon fiber ground effects available, as well as visible and carbon flash for those ground effects. And then you can get optional carbon fiber wheels with the E-Ray as well. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but Erasmus dipped interior is another thing that the 2024 Corvettes are going to get. I don't think it looks like a good interior color, but I guess if you want a cacti green exterior, then that's a color that will match on the interior. In terms of weight, electric vehicles are known to be heavier. Just look at the Hummer EV and how heavy that is. But in this case, the E-Ray is coming in at a dry weight of 3,774 pounds for the coupe, which is about 300 or so pounds heavier than the base Stingray. So all these electric components really aren't adding a tremendous amount of weight, maybe about 7 to 8%, which isn't a bad trade-off for about 30% more power. And last but not least, the 2024 Corvette E-Ray is going to go on sale in 2023 as a 2024 model year with a base MSRP of $104,295, so about $104,000 for the 1LZ Coupe and about $111,000 for the 1LZ convertible, and we can expect the range to increase from there. And in all honesty, that's not a bad number, all things considered, because you have to remember this comes with standard ceramic brakes and standard mag ride, which those two alone on the Z06 add up to about a $12,000 options package. So as of right now, that is all the information available to us. I will throw up some specs on the screen here where you will see the 0 to 60 time being 2.5 seconds, the quarter mile being 10.5 seconds, and you have some additional information that's more of the engine specifics. All very technical stuff. Again, the firing order is always the coolest to me. So you get a 1-8-7-2-6-5-4-3 when you're in V8 mode and all cylinders are firing, and then when you're in cylinder deactivation, you get a 1-7-6-4 cylinder firing order. Just one of those nerdy things that I think is very cool. This does have the MLH 8-speed dual clutch DCT, which is from the Stingray. Some chassis and electronic system facts: it is a single motor, one gear set with a permanent magnetic drive motor. The motor's in the front axle, whereas the battery pack is between the driver and passenger, and the torque and horsepower outputs are on the screen for you to see. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the full comprehensive overview of all the facts with the C8 Corvette E-Ray that will be available as a 2024 model year. I imagine ordering guides won't be available until June or July when 2024 ordering banks open. You can possibly even expect that to bleed into August depending on timelines and when General Motors is ready to start accepting orders for the E-Ray. And I know I threw out a lot of information, but I wanted to get all the detailed facts of what General Motors has made available to us. I think this is a very phenomenal car, and this is a car that I will chase down, hopefully to bring to the channel. And the experience for this car hopefully goes better than the C8 Z06 purchasing experience that I've gone through so far. So thanks again everyone for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't already, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, until the very next video, I look forward to seeing all of you in the comment section below.